What's up, guys? Welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved. I'm Max and Evolved, and before we get started, do me a favor real quick. Scroll down, see if that subscribe button is red. If it's red, just do me a solid, make it gray. Helps me out a lot. You know, bigger numbers, better person. That's what they say on the internet. So, if you could just do that, I'd appreciate it. It's completely free, all that good stuff. So, let's hop into this episode because there is quite a bit that we need to get done. And stuff I want to update you on as far as, you know, the future and all that kind of stuff, right? So, last time, we completely destroyed the cryoplasm spawner that was over here. Our first one ever. The first one I've ever done. So, super hype moment. So excited for that. But, that's not the end of this part of the game, right? We need to kill or destroy the other 8, right? Because there's what? Oh, no, there's only 8 total. So, there's 7 more. Whatever. There's more that we got to do, right? So I decided to focus my attention on the one that's going to be in that corner. And so to accomplish that, I basically just made a nice long trench. Let me turn on some light here. A nice long trench where I'm piping power all the way down. And you can see something that I'll kind of show you here in a second. But let me just get to the end here. So I built all this infrastructure to get us all the way over to this cryoplasm inferno. This is the one we're about to take on, right? So as you can see, I've kind of... Oh, look at this. This is kind of new. I might need to build some infrastructure to help me deal with stuff like this. And I've actually learned quite a few tricks to help when it comes to... Here, let me get some glow sticks out here. Quite a few tricks that help me kind of take care of this kind of stuff, right? So you see there's this block open right here with cryoplasm directly above it. If I throw this cryo mine down, it activates instantly. Same thing right here, right? Boom, instant activation. So one of the things I've kind of been doing to help me clear out cryoplasm is just look for situations like that where I can place a mine and have it be kind of have something above it so that it activates instantly. I don't know if that'll work because of the orientation. Yeah, see, it's looking for something in this block directly above it. So that doesn't quite work. But if I find another, you know, like right there, you want to back up, I don't want to die here. Or one right there. Should go off any day now. There we go. Alright, it just took a little bit. So that kind of helps me clear up some of this cryoplasm. Let me actually get rid of that. I'll build something to help take care of this. But before we go any farther in this episode, let me actually get a cryo inferno built. We're going to use the exact same one that we had. And I'm just going to throw it right here on this platform. It looks like I'm not 100% centered on that. But I don't care. It should be fine. We just need to get this built. Alright, so we got the cryo inferno built. Where is... Why is it facing that way? Do I just need to put just like boom magma? Where did I have it go in before? And you can see it's definitely building, it's definitely spawning the cryo faster, but where does this plug into? Am I blind? Hello? Oh, does it go like up higher? Oh man, I can't remember now. I need light. It's killing me here. Alright. Does that even look... I mean, I guess it looks right. But why are you not... Why are you not blue or red? So we have our magma storage somewhere like way down here. So the way the magma storage situation works, right? The magma storage can go 128 units from... You're good? You're good. Okay. So it can go 128 units. Is that working? Oh, that is working. It can go 128 units from the Magma Bore. So that's where this is. And then from this pipe right here, it can go an additional 256 blocks. So you can see we're only at 127 meters, and I think it's trying to flush the magma. But that's generally kind of like what you got to do. And it looks like it's burning. Okay. it looks like it's all connected up and we're doing our thing. So now it's just really the waiting game. All right, so this is doing its thing. It's burning the cryo spawner. So, you know, now we've got about a 15-minute wait. Nothing too exciting here. We've already seen this in action, right? We've already seen what it does. So we don't need to sit here and watch it per se because we already know how it's going to work. But that kind of brings up the question, well, how are we going to start tackling the other cryo spawners, right? Because we had these nice trenches dug out, you know, and it was relatively easy. You can see I actually this is all me. I made this. I actually built or created about a level 6 or level 7 chargeable explosive, and I just launched it in here and it did this. So you know, it just kind of made this all up. But our next let's get some light over here. Our next spawner is going to be somewhere in this direction. Look at how deep that goes. All filled up with cryo. So much cryo. So from about where that is, you know, it's going to be somewhere off in this direction, right? So we have a couple options. We can either kind of repeat what we did in the first place, where we tunnel out from the middle, and I kind of have something like that happening right now, or we can come from this direction, right? Just kind of how we went to the left to get over here from the first cryo spawner. We can just kind of do that thing. And I think the other cryo spawner is going to be somewhere over here. I think that might be the easiest way to go, right? Because then we don't have to dig through all of that cryoplasm, right? Because I think the spawner is going to be somewhere in there. So yeah, somewhere over here, I would imagine, right? You see kind of like the particle effect. So it'll require us digging this part out, but I don't think that's super difficult. So that's probably going to just be the way to go. I'm probably just going to loop my way around the perimeter, just kind of destroying all that stuff as I need to. So I probably won't update you guys every single one like I am on this one. I'll probably kind of just do just an overview in the next episode of how I got them all, you know, dead, basically. Show you the infrastructure and kind of talk about the main challenge is going to be the magma, I guess, transmission. In fact, let me go show you kind of what I mean by that. So you can see here, we have a new direction that the magma is flowing out of the magma bore, right? Previously, we had it kind of take a little jog over this way and go back towards that middle cryoplasm spawner that we had first tackled, right? But now what I've done is I'm trying to get a more direct route to where the cryoplasm spawners are, because we have a finite length we can go, right? So like I mentioned before, this can only go up to 128 blocks before it needs to get to a magma storage unit. And then from the magma storage unit, you only have 256 blocks to get to a cryo inferno. So, you know, we're taking on, or we're going to probably tunnel to this magma spawner over here next. But there's not enough length to go all the way, you know, around the perimeter to get to where the spawner is. So what I'm going to have to do next is probably, you know, turn the pipe here and go directly back to the new, I guess, channel or infrastructure pathway that I'm going to build to the next spawner. And that's kind of what we're going to have to do. You know, we're going to have to repeat that. So when we start moving to that corner, you know, that might actually be close enough to get us there, but I might also have to, you know, come this way, place a magma storage unit somewhere over here, and then, you know, cut over and get over that way. And when I have to do that, I'll kind of just show you guys what I did. And so the biggest, I guess, obstacles or the most difficult logistic questions are going to be like getting to the spawners over here, that back corner, and this corner over here, because we know that that corner is easily reachable, but this is like the opposite side of the magma bore. So hopefully I can get that to work. If that doesn't work for whatever reason, I don't really know how to handle that. That might just end up being a learning process for all of us. And you know, I actually haven't been over here in a while, and my Falcor bombers have just decimated all the cryoplasm around here. So that's kind of nice to see. Let's take a look at the cryo map, because we haven't done that in a while. And you can see, not bad. I mean, you know, we got one corner down. We're working on, I guess, the top left corner right now. And then we'll move our way to the left, bottom, bottom right, right, and then upper right will be the... In fact, I wonder if I should just actually go to the upper right one next, just because we already kind of have infrastructure in place over there. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll figure that out. But this is kind of not all that there is to do. Are you empty? I should probably just fill this up. It's nice to have these guys kind of going constantly, you know? Just fill them. Oh, there is stuff in there. I guess they have nothing to do in range. All right, well, that's fine. So that's not all there is to do, right? We're not just here to destroy cryoplasm spawners and all that, right? I mean, we are, but there is a next phase of the game. So let's go to the surface real quick. So if we look here, right, we're back in at our CPH. We're looking in the constructor. Is that what it is? Constructor, assembler, manufacturing plant, whatever. Yeah. The last part of this game involves this right here, the orbital railgun controllers, right? So this requires 729 blocks, which is a lot, but you get 9 at a time. So I think it's like 81 clicks or something. This takes ultimate upgrade modules, right? And you can see 18 per 9. So it's basically like, I'm going to need double that. So is that 1,458, something like that? So I'm going to need like 1,400 ultimate upgrade modules. For those of you that don't know what an ultimate upgrade module requires, let me show you. I actually have the little crafter for that right here. So if you look, so it takes, I believe it's 10 alloyed upgrade modules, 10 primary upgrade modules, and 10 charged lithium coils per one ultimate upgrade module. So 10 alloyed upgrade modules. And I'd kind of gone over this many episodes ago, but if we look over here, in fact, is it actually making something? Yeah, look at that. How many do I have in here? 5. So alloyed upgrade modules, what do those take? Well, if we go over here, we see that it takes 10 secondary upgrade modules, 10 gold foil, and 10 titanium crafters. So, you know, there's a few things that we have right now that are really competing for resources. And so if you think about it, every one ultimate upgrade module takes 100 of each of these resources. These are the primary, I guess, things that you craft from these tier 2 metals. So I kind of beefed up my titanium housing over here. My gold foil crafting has always kind of kept up. So if I see that, I guess, not working out well, I can fix that. But it seems to be going okay. I have 3 lines going and 2 stampers or crafters, so that's fine. But now it looks like we're lagging a little bit on our nickel over here. But what is competing for our nickel? So we have these, which seem to be backing up, which is fine, right? That's not an issue right now. So everything that's taken nickel, right? I've kind of paused our alloyed machine blocks because we have 2,500 sitting here. I have, what, 2.4K. So I have about 5,000 between these hard machine blocks. I got 300 something. So we don't. I don't think we need nickel right now. You know. And is this? Where is the? So it looks like the PCB process is actually what's slowing us down. So what I'm going to do actually is I think I'm just going to, what is this? Extruder, coiler, PCB assembler, right? Okay. So I think I'm just going to make those. Just make another line to kind of help it out. We're basically just going to put all of our resources back into... We're going to dedicate all of our surface resources to this process, right? So we're just going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then we will just do that. So that should help a little bit. Secondary upgrade modules will come out a little bit faster. But yeah, we kind of just need to dedicate all of our resources to this process. And to that, on that note, I may actually literally double this up. I think that might be the way to go. You know what I mean? Because I can do something kind of like this, right? So if I do this, in fact, I think I should just double it up. You know what I mean? Let's do something like that, right? We'll just put this right here. Just kidding. How does that not... Oh, duh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. I'll just do this. You know, don't overthink it. I'm just here to make it work, right? Okay. So let's build another one of... Well, I guess we want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I want secondary outlet. All right, boom, perfect. So then I can literally just put a sheet. I guess I'll put glass down, right? Because I'm just gonna cover all of this up. Looks like we got that cryoplasm spawner, so just like that. We've already got 2 down, and what the infrastructure does take a little bit of time to create, but it seems to go pretty quick. Once you get the infrastructure, destroying the cryoplasm spawners seems to be pretty quick. So I'm already, I guess, gonna have to start working on the next stuff. So let me here. I'm actually gonna remove that real quick, so just so I can kind of place all this stuff down, so I have something to click on. And I don't know if we're going to have any more research to do. That's kind of what the rest of this infrastructure is. But if we do, I can always kind of convert this stuff back into whatever I need to start making more research pods if I have to do that again. So let's grab this thing. All right, we'll grab you. We'll make this remove only. And then I'll throw just like a little tiny one on here. Add only. Secondary, okay. And then we'll just like shift that down. And now hopefully our... I'm going to shift that too. Hopefully our production is fine here. Because the only other things... is our gold going to hold up? Once everything's flowing, I'm wondering if our gold is going to hold up. We'll come back and check. I'm not too concerned. If I have to, I'll plus up the gold system too. So again, the only things that, we were using all this other stuff for was, let's see here. This was for, what are these? Low-grade steel bars to make the hardened machine blocks, or the imbued machine blocks. But it looks like we've got a fair amount. What are we short on? Oh yeah, our crystal deposit ran out, so I've been like hand feeding this stuff, and we're kind of okay, right? We've got 4.4k imbued machine blocks. I have another like 1,800 if I need them. I don't think I'm building more infrastructure right now that needs the imbued machine blocks, right? So it's all ultimate upgrade modules, because we need to start building GPS components. And speaking of that, that is basically, again, that's the end game, right? So I don't know what direction. Basically, when you place the stuff down, it starts building the track. I don't know if the track is going to require materials, or if it's just like a process that needs power. Whatever it is. If it does need power, I'm honestly contemplating just kind of conduiting power up from our geothermal array down there, because it's just like a ton. It's a ton of power that we just have access to, and for the price of some, if I tear apart all the defensive infrastructure that we have up, I'll have plenty of material to get all that power up to the surface if I need to, which means probably over here, what I'm going to do is maybe start like up here, because it needs unobstructed pathways to kind of auto build its stuff, the railgun components. So yeah, we might need power. I know that you can send freeze-on up to make it go faster, so 100% we're going to have to build some infrastructure to get massive amounts of freeze-on, which means completely building out our freeze-on production and bottling plant, and fully maxing that out, really, because the more freeze-on we can get, the faster the end game will go, right? And I don't know if you can start building those components while you still have cryo spawners around, but should I get the material in time, enough ultimate upgrade modules, I could definitely test that out. But I don't see that being feasible, to be honest. In fact, I should probably go. Well, I should check these tier 2 ores. I haven't checked those in ages. I'm just kind of assuming that they're okay. And I think actually I could put, if it really came down to it, I could put another, put some trenchers on it. I'm going to do that, right? So what are you short now? Okay, so it's just really slow to get these, I guess. And is this just not filling things up? I wonder if it would be worth it to, instead of having 2 of these, to pipe all of this stuff down into one hopper. Let me try that. All right, let me try this. I wonder if it can make them fast enough. We're just not giving it the raw materials. Let me see here. I mean, I guess it's a little bit more consistent, but am I overflowing? Am I overloading? What does it take? 1 every 3 seconds. You're not full. That thing down there doesn't even look like it's close to full. Well, okay. I guess. I guess it makes sense to maybe put on some kind of like priority splitter, but because this is going to back up. And if it backs up, then we're automatically wasting. So let's do this. I'll do that. I think that's the priority. I think the priority is for it to pull the secondary upgrade modules out. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm kind of experimenting at this point. I know these boxes have a setup where certain faces have priority pulling. Like if you have conveyors on like all sides, it'll output to one conveyor before the other ones. But I'm not too concerned with that, like I said before. So I think this is actually good. It'll prioritize this bottom secondary upgrade module maker, and then if that backs up, then the top one will kind of supplement that. So I think this is good. I think this is going to be okay. If I wanted to get really crazy, I could triple this up. But this is actually causing me to think about this setup and whether or not this is going to be even able to do enough. So these take like 3 seconds. Okay, so I'm making 2 every 7 seconds. And I need 10 every 3 seconds. So I can already tell you this is not going to be enough. So maybe I should just plus this up right now. I can kind of dedicate all these lines to that effort. Okay, so this is like a complete reimagining, right? So just extruders, right? It takes gold wire. Okay, so let's do this, right? We're going to completely reimagine how this is all done. And what's nice is it doesn't look like it takes any power, right? Okay, so let me make a ton of extruders. Extruders. You know what? 15 is going to just be what we do. In fact, I could probably just feed extruders right off of here, huh? Like just completely dedicate these to extruding. Yeah, so we're dedicating all of our resources into this effort, right? Okay, so gold foil crafter. I guess let me make a third. Oh, that's still only 3 every 7 seconds. Can I get away with more? Okay, I have 8 of these. So let me do 4. Let me have 4 total. So I'll have like a 2-to-1 ratio, right? Damn, I wish I had I wish I had laid these out a little bit better. We're just going to make do with what we have. Okay, so let me get rid of the Dazzler down here. Gold foil crafters. Okay, so I guess 1, 2, 3. Whoops. I don't know. how that happened. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess it makes sense to have bigger hoppers, because if we can ever make the wire faster than we can spend it, that's just good for us, right? So let me just get a bunch of these. Don't even care. Do I have any regular hoppers? Whatever. Okay. So, and I'm only doing hoppers because I want to have a backup, right? These are regular hoppers, so they are not going to share. So we're just having you come straight in, and then I guess you down. Okay, so there's one. And then I guess I'll just kind of repeat that process. I hope that's going to be enough. All right, so I don't know. It seems like this process is still what's going to take the longest, because this process is slower, right? You have 25 a minute. They all do 25 a minute. Okay, so 25 a minute times 3 is 75 a minute. So I'm getting like a little... Okay, so 75 a minute plus is 150 a minute. So that's about 2.5 every second. Which means this should be filling up. This should eventually start having... Yes, okay, so this is already starting to get some overflow. Which means this will kick in eventually. All right, this is still going to be the bottleneck, but I think this is going to be enough to at least make this process go a little bit faster, right? Everything seems to be kind of keeping up for now, but obviously we can always do things more efficiently, but, it is what it is. I'm actually going to store what I have in here. 145 total. Okay, so that's just kind of where we are. Let me drop off some of this gold. Oh, no. I want these remove only. That's not good. Remove only. How could I have forgot that? Good thing I checked, right? All right. So let me put some of the gold foil in here. I know 2.7K gold foil. Well, let me just top that off. I could just make... What do I have on me? 2.3K gold foil... Do I have secondary upgrade modules? 953. Should I just make some 2,000 slot hoppers right here? I think I should. I think that's... Then I can just kind of top up, put in whatever I have. Hoppers. Yeah, here we go. Okay. 2,000 slot. 1, 2, 3. Let's kind of grab that. And then I'm just going to destroy these. Remove only. Remove only. Remove only. Then I can just throw everything I have. I don't think I'm going to need most of this stuff to build anything. So getting out of my inventory is kind of nice. Plus that means that all this stuff can kind of work full time and we don't get like a production lag. So this should at least, once it burns through these, it should start kind of getting everything flowing faster for the short term. Because, again, we need 1,400 of these. We have 146. So, yeah, that's kind of... Well, it looks kind of nice. That's kind of doing its thing. So, all right. Let me run back down to the cold caverns real quick. And sure enough, we have defeated the spawner here. So, again, it's pretty simple once you get once you gain the line of sight, right? So, like I said before, the hard part is just going to be making sure I can... kind of get the magma flowing to where it needs to go. And it's nice that I've kind of figured out what kind of setup I need to do for like the batteries and all that kind of stuff. And, about how much defense I need to make sure that, I don't die, right? Or that the turret doesn't get overrun. And what is this? Is this some brain matter down here? What are you? Hive brain matter. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what that still gets used for. I think that's used in something. I just don't remember what, right? So, yeah, this is kind of the defensive setup on front. I didn't use any melters because we had so much space down here that if it, spawned cryo, it just kind of fell down. But you can see this was completely empty at first, and it's so much cryo has been made. I'm tempted to set up some Falcor bombers just kind of to get rid of some of this stuff, just to help out performance, but you know, we'll see. So the next thing, I guess, is I'm going to kind of bring this out a little bit, and we're going to start, I guess I want to push this battery forward a little bit, because I realized that the last pivot I made, I was off a little, right? The hive was kind of offset. So I want to kind of try to compensate for that and maybe push this battery forward like 1 or 2 blocks and make sure this battery is in the right position, so that when I pivot this direction, everything is going to be as centered as possible. It just makes the logistics a lot easier for me, you know? And then, like I said before, now that we have these 2 corners just cleared, essentially, I can start removing some of those Mark IV batteries, and really I can start removing the defenses around the Magma Bore itself and utilize that to kind of punch through all this, because what I'm going to end up having to do is, once I pivot this way, I'm basically going to have to build some batteries right here, punch holes through all this cryo, because none of this stuff is active anymore, right? It's not going to grow. It's not going to do anything. So I could probably melt it, actually, and just have it drop, or I could just throw lancers on and actually remove it from the world. And that's, you know, that might be something I do. I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure exactly how I'm going to handle it just yet, but it should be pretty easy. We're already kind of over here, so I don't think I'm going to go for the spawner that's, you know, on the opposite corner. I'll just kind of stick to my plan and start pivoting around. Get the easy stuff done first, and then start trying to envelop the cryoplasm, you know, from the other side. And yeah, that'll be the plan. So hope you guys are enjoying the content. You know, we're rapidly getting close to the end, and gosh, it's just I can't believe still that I'm gonna have a full playthrough of this game done, you know, for the first time ever. So yeah, super excited about that. Also super excited to start working on some other stuff. You know, I put a lot of time and effort into this series, and you know, you guys seem to enjoy it enough, and I want to keep that going when we roll into the next game. One thing I did see that I'm contemplating doing, I saw that the developer of this game, DJ Arcus, I saw that he's re-releasing the original FortressCraft. I've never played that. I have no idea what it's like. So if you guys are interested in watching me trying to figure that out, let me know down below in the comments, because that's definitely something I'll consider doing. Like I said, you know, we got Dyson Sphere Project. That I was having a lot of fun with. You know, right now I got a lot of school and stuff going on, so don't really have the time to focus on 2 series, but would love to get back into that. That game looks like it has a ton of potential and is constantly getting updated. Another one I'm looking at doing, obviously Satisfactory. They're about to get another update, and you know, it might be time to you know, you can really sink hours into that game. So that's another one on the list of potentials. So if you guys have preferences, let me know down below. Like I said, I'm always open to new games, and I've seen you guys kind of give you some suggestions in the past that I'm definitely taking into account. So yeah, I mean, I just want this channel to, you know, I'd love to get it to 1,000 subscribers. That's my, I guess, my short-term goal, because I think that's just one of those things where it's like, you get 1,000 people subscribing to you. That's just mind-blowing, you know? We're at like 360-ish as I'm filming this now, which that's mind-boggling enough to me. But to get to 1,000, you know, that's the goal. That's what I want to do. You know, make it. I'll keep it real with you guys. You get to 1,000 subscribers, you can start kind of at least monetizing your videos, and it'd be cool to make a couple bucks here and there doing something that you love to do, right? That's kind of the dream. And I love playing games. I love making these videos for you guys. So, you know, that's just kind of that's kind of my goal. I'm going to be open and honest about it with you guys, because that's just the kind of person I am. And you know, if you guys want to help me get there, like, by all means, hit the subscribe button. You know, hit the thumbs up, comment. Like, all of it's great. All of it helps me grow. And yeah, I mean, you know, if there's other things about the content that you guys, you know, you want me to do something different, or, you know, you have constructive criticism, or even even just if you think I suck, let me know down below, and I'll definitely, I read all the comments, so it's all good stuff. So, all right, guys, I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and call it an episode right here. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and you know, if you got to this point of the video, you're one of the real ones. So, yeah, with that note, I'll see you in the next one.